On this episode of What the TikTok. Nah, I'm kidding. That's not actually a series. But should it be? Should I go over the brain rot of America via TikTok? Let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments. This nurse right here. Yeah, this nurse. This gal. This gem of a human being. She was tired of being a nurse. She wanted to get famous. Well, she didn't try to work hard for her views. Instead, she's facing 20 years in prison.
Well, a healthcare worker in Georgia is facing felony charges after a social media video showed her dancing provocatively over a disabled patient.
19-year-old Lucrecia Coyan was arrested last week and charged with exploitation of a disabled person.
Is this people's claim to fame now? Like, we always had horrible people on this planet, but I'm blaming TikTok for allowing them to think that this could be a career opportunity for them. Facebook never did that. Instagram never did that. Hell, Kick doesn't even do that. This is on you. This is on you, TikTok.
TikTok is worth nothing. Zero.
So, Lucrecia Coyan, she filmed and posted herself twerking on top of two disabled people's heads. As a nurse, a person who it's hard to even wrap my head around it. These patients and her families trusted her to have professionalism and to respect these people that were disabled. Honestly, this is just so freaking disgusting. I'm having a hard time even throwing in a joke. And to add insult to injury to it all, she was seen actually administering medication to these patients while in the act of doing the dancing. It's absolutely deplorable. She didn't even want to separate the two acts, much less do the dancing to begin with.
This is her dancing on top of what's believed to be her male patient, sitting in a bathtub. As the music plays, she reaches in her scrubs, pulls out pills, and gives it to him before the video abruptly shuts off.
There is no benefit of the doubt to be given here. I don't even understand how they could even think that this is something they could get away with. Were they trying to get themselves caught? Did they just not like being a nurse? What was the goal here? To get a little bit of attention on an app that barely pays you? I don't get it. She shot these videos in like a at-home daytime care program. It was like a thing where she went to the patient's home and took care of them all day. It's probably one of those instances where their family, who predominantly takes care of them, had to go do errands, go on a trip or something, go just get stuff done, and they had to have somebody take care of the patient. So the fact that this was at somebody else's house, against the will of everybody involved in this, except for her, of course. She wanted to get famous. What? Thankfully, people like this post their crimes online so that they can get caught fairly quickly. Because if I had an elderly person that needed care and I was away, I came back and I found out about that, all hell would break loose. But like I said, she posted it herself. There's no need to even throw her under the bus. She threw herself under the bus. It was like that TikTok girl a little while ago that was shooting a music video, was using a gun as a prop, and then accidentally shot her friend, which ended up with her friend dying. And she posted that footage too, trying to get clout. So, I don't know, it's a plague. TikTok's an actual plague. It's actively lowering the IQ of America, because I don't see much of this type of stuff coming out of Canada where I'm from. Not saying Canada's any much better, but at least it's getting less brain rot from TikTok. I honestly think that TikTok is literally targeting America. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. But just like everybody who f***s around on TikTok and then instantly finds out from the public that what they did was wrong, she's online posting videos defending her, saying it's just the wrong angle. We have no idea what we saw.
It's not what it is. Trust and believe. All I gotta say for now is angles play a big part, but we're gonna get into that another time.
No matter the angle, you can clearly see her crotch area is on his forehead.
A lot of people in the comments talking about suicide, just all type of dumb shit. Non-verbal, trust and believe. He's verbal, and if he's not verbal to his kins, then I don't know what's going on over there. But around here, he be verbal, and I got proof.
He's out here saying that the angle is wrong, that we must not believe our eyes. But she posted this video. When did people start thinking that you're not responsible for the angles and the viewpoints of the things that you post online? What the fuck? It seems like she came to her senses a little too late, but she deleted the videos she posted doing that and the videos defending it, as well as one last video of her leaving the facility. She just knows she's cooked. Maybe she got a lawyer and he was like, take that shit down. Who really knows? All we know is she's absolutely fucked. And in this day and age, a nursing job ain't no normal 9 to 5. It is actually a pretty good paying job. I mean, you have to go to school for it, you have to put some time in, and in exchange, you actually get a fairly higher wage. Not crazy, but better than being a bag boy at a grocery store. What's crazy to me is that in the post she made defending this before she deleted them, she was like, oh, well, he's verbal to me. Well, they need 24/7 care. Did you ever think that maybe they couldn't consent? Which, when you realize she actually doesn't mention anything about them consenting to the videos, it draws a pretty bad picture for her when it comes to the legal precedents that she's gonna have to face super soon. And I just don't see her in any capacity being able to defend her actions. I mean, in the post, she uses the hashtag nursing dancing on patient's head. Like, she wanted to find people actively looking for that type of content. Was her plan to start an OnlyFans based on taking advantage of people in hospital situations? It's f***ed up, honestly. Like, really f***ed up. The hilarious part is that people are using the hashtag that she tried to get trending, and they're posting on it. They're doing satirical edits of what she did, but with consenting people. The problem is, she's reposting them, most likely thinking that these are good representations that she's going to show into court, like, hey, look, other people are doing them too. But what scares me is she probably doesn't understand the difference between her doing it to a person who can't consent and them doing it with consenting people to make fun of her situation. Nah, I take it back. This dumb bitch has no idea the difference between a joke and reality. The funniest part about all this is that on her account, you can see that she reposts and likes videos showing her how to get viral on TikTok. Those posts saying things like, if you find something that goes viral, repeat it for repeated success. But, I mean, how did that work for Wolfie? I mean, that dude's facing charges too as they backlog his catalog looking for a bunch of things he's done. You know, if he's posted it, they're gonna charge him for it now. It's like a history of crimes that you've posted on the internet. Basically doing the prosecutor's job so they can sit back and find more things to charge you with. It's self-destruction. This video is sponsored by Veruc. Veruc? Anyways, this model is the T1116. It's a 1000 milliamp hour power bank that can charge your phone or pretty much whatever you got for a device. I personally charge my gaming headphones while I'm editing. This model comes with 7 different color variants: white, black, blue, green, yellow, pink, purple, and green. I obviously have the black version. I've been using it for about a month now before I decided to put it as an ad in a video. From charging it overnight while I sleep to coming in clutch when a friend or a family member needs a charge on their phone, this power bank hasn't let me down in any case that I've thrown at it so far, even when I've needed to charge multiple things at once. It's on their website for around $30, so if you like what you see, head on over there. If you didn't click away, thanks for that. Now back to the video. Why is it that people, especially on TikTok, do stupid actions, but then they don't learn from them either? I don't get it. I've done a couple stupid things in my past too, but once I learned from them, they were not a repeated action. I learned my lesson. But I guess the possibility of going viral on TikTok and never having to work again is too enticing for some of these people.
My main goal is to blow up and then act like I don't know nobody.
At the end of the day, it must put blinders over their eyes, like blocking out common sense in its entirety. And I'm not even talking about the moral, ethical part of this that she clearly just doesn't have at all. There's some good news though. The police department on the 23rd of January investigated her, and they had a statement saying, on January 23rd, 2025, the Longville Police Department was made aware of a viral video posted to social media depicting a female dancing in a provocative manner above a disabled person who was seated in a chair. A criminal investigation was initiated, which resulted in the escalation this morning of both a search warrant and an arrest warrant for the female, who was identified as Corisha Koras Makoyan, 19 years old, of Longville, Georgia. She has been charged with 1 felony count of violation of OCGA 16-25-102, exploitations of a disabled person. She was booked and transported to the Walton County Jail without incident. As this is an ongoing investigation, the Longville Police Department will have no further comment on this case at this time. Given the weight of this, how it's in the medical industry and it's the exploitation of a disabled person, you'd think that they would be serious about the charges themselves too, but she wasn't. She's smiling in her mugshot, and apparently when the police went to her house, a dude answered the door and stuck his tongue out at them, so they probably think they're going to get off scot-free from this. I mean, whatever helps you sleep at night, but it's not going to change the reality or the gravity of the situation. So as I said, she was booked in the county jail. That was for the police going over one of the videos, the more viral one, where she was administering something while dancing, but Apparently, the police are investigating a second video of basically the same thing, but in the video, she's not administering like medical stuff. She's just dancing over the patient's head, which is just as worse. She posted a $7,500 bail, so she's out right now, but she's probably watching everybody's videos thinking, man, I'm famous. Little does she know that she's definitely gonna go to jail. Chick's facing 20 years in prison, $50,000 in fines, and she smiled for her mugshot and is reposting other people's videos depicting her. Man, does she even know? I don't think so. And those charges and jail time are based on the one video. Imagine if she's done this more than twice, and if they charge her with the second video. She's gonna be regretting her shit in a jail cell so fast. And do I feel bad for her? Not in the slightest. Like, absolutely not at all. When you go to school and learn how to be a nurse, I'm sure that they drill into your head to respect the patients and respect the medical code in general. So whatever excuses she brings to the table to try to get out of these charges, they're not going to work because she's had her time to learn and she's just being blatantly disrespectful now. And get this, the police confirmed that she was part of the program that was sending her to these people's houses to take care of these people, but they didn't confirm if she was actually medically licensed to do so.
But here's where it gets tricky. It says that she works at Publix on Facebook at the moment, but before she went viral, this is who she listed as her employer. SNL Healthcare. Online, it says that their philosophy and vision is to, quote, provide the highest quality care and excellent services while promoting the social interaction of seniors and a nurturing family-like environment. Each member of our team is committed to respecting your loved one as an individual with unique wants and needs, regardless of their current level of independence or capability, end quote. SNL Healthcare is listed here as a nursing care agency. It's based in Loganville, Georgia, which is about an hour east of Atlanta. The owner, Mary Nayu, listed here on the National Provider Identifier Database.
Please leave your message for Mary Nayu.
We called. She has not returned our calls or email for comment. It's also been reported too that Mary is Krisha's mother. The Shade Room, though, is still working to verify that, but it's still clear she ain't worried about nothing. It appears that it's business as usual on TikTok. Krisha, just 4 days ago, posting this in her scrubs.
So she posts this video about how she hates working night shifts, and we haven't heard anything from her since.
America? What the fuck? What are you doing? That would not happen in Canada. Take my word for that. In Canada, that just wouldn't be possible. You'd have to show your licensing far before anybody was put in your care. It just reminds me of that daycare that got shut down in the US, and then they found out there was a bunch of kids in the basement being really horribly taken care of, and on top of that, they weren't licensed. Like, how does that happen? The fact that it's being alleged her mom is the owner of the healthcare company, that says a lot. I mean, it's alleged, but it would make so much sense. She doesn't care about her job. She doesn't care about the patients. She walks around like she can't lose her job. I've worked a lot of jobs in the construction industry, and every time the boss has a son that's working for them, they just around and they don't care because they know they won't get fired. So that's crazy. Like, imagine what she's doing to the patients when the camera's not on. Mind you, she might not even be licensed. This is a lot. I'm glad this is getting covered by so many channels right now. There's a hair on my hat. But that's all for the story right now. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. If you didn't see, I made a video of DJ Academics and the crazy stuff he did a couple weeks ago. And if that video doesn't interest you, YouTube thinks that you're gonna like this video right here. Other than that, have a great day. I'll see you in the next video.